for joining me again in my little kitchen here in Lecce in the south of Italy. My name's Francesco, and today I was lucky enough at the grocer's to find the owner washing and trimming some lovely agretti. These are also known as barbe di frate, which of course in English translates to monk's beard. This is not something that's very commonly eaten in England or in the States, but this is a great local green here which tastes wonderful. It grows in the springtime and it's got a flavour all of its own. I know it looks like grass or like chives at first glance, but it's a very satisfying green which tastes particularly good if it's boiled and then sautéed with some olive oil and garlic. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to add a little bit of anchovy paste for extra flavour and form little nests out of it, into which I'm going to crack eggs, which I'm then going to cover with Parmesan cheese and bake in the oven. I'll add a few cherry tomatoes and a bit of oregano on the side just to complete the meal, and that's going to be lunch today. So I hope you like the recipe. If you do, please give me a thumbs up, leave a comment below, and do come back, subscribe to the channel and follow me for more. Let's cook. For today's recipe you are going to need agretti or Monksbeard, cherry tomatoes, eggs, grated Parmesan cheese, anchovy paste, oregano, garlic, and a good extra virgin olive oil. We're going to begin by simply halving the cherry tomatoes and finely chopping a small clove of garlic. We are going to boil the agretti in lightly salted water for 5 to 6 minutes until it becomes tender. As soon as you see this light foam forming, you know that the agretti are done. Check them with tongs to see if they're nice and soft and vibrant green like this, and then drain them. We can move on to the next step. Now we're going to need a little extra virgin olive oil, and we're going to heat up the finely chopped garlic until it begins to sizzle. In this case, it's best to add the finely chopped garlic to the oil whilst it's cold and let them heat up together. That way you can avoid burning it. Add the agretti, stir them in. When they're nicely coated in oil, you can add a teaspoon of anchovy paste. Work this in well and continue stir frying for 3 or 4 minutes. Keep frying at a high temperature until any moisture that the agretti may still give off evaporates away and you have a nice dry result to form your little nests with. Add a little olive oil to your baking dish and then take the agretti and using a ladle you can portion them, form them into a small circle and form makeshift nests which you can adjust in your baking dish later. Like this. There's no need to fuss too much. You get the basic idea. Make a little indentation in the middle where you can add your egg later and you'll be fine. Now that you've made your little nests, you can lay your eggs into them. Season with a little freshly ground black pepper and sprinkle generously with finely grated Parmesan cheese. Now all we need to do is to add the cherry tomatoes, season them with a little salt and pepper, make sure to season the egg yolk too, and then sprinkle the tomatoes with a little bit of oregano. the tomatoes, a little bit of pepper too, and then drizzle everything lightly with a good extra virgin olive oil before sending it off to bake in a preheated oven at 180 degrees for about 10 minutes until the eggs set. And they do look pretty amazing. The residual heat will continue cooking the eggs when you remove them from the oven, so the yolks may end up being a little bit more firmly cooked than some people may prefer. But what can you do? On the positive side, the egg white does bind the agretti together, so they're easy to serve. All you have to do now is to enjoy. Buon appetito!